Hi everyone, welcome to episode 4. So today I decided to use these. So these are cookie cutters. Because what inspired me about using these cookie cutters, and I was just thinking we could actually cut out hearts from some of the beautiful pieces of paper and actually fill this page with different shape hearts. But before that, I was thinking what we could do is to use this as a background, and I was going to actually so I did a coffee stain. I was thinking I might use a tea bag instead and see how that works as compared to coffee, because I drink tea and coffee. And I was going to stain this and then use cutout hearts of different shapes. And here if you don't have these, you can actually draw them. So these were from the magazine. I was thinking I could cut that out and use that as a template for others, and I could cut out different shapes and we could just fill this page with hearts. So I'm just going to give it a go. So what I'm going to do first is to use this page, and I'm just, as you know, I'm just gonna, so this is the pattern that came from the magazine, and I'm just going to roughly put it there like that. And you know what, I'm not even, so that has a different edge, and that has a different edge, and that has a different edge, and that's fine. I'm just going to leave it like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue that right now. And then only I'm going to tea dye them. So don't forget, when you're tea dyeing, just make sure that you drink the tea, because it doesn't need to be anything too strong. And just before you throw it in the bin, you can tea dye your page. It's the easy way, or rather the lazy way, the cheats way. You could, I have seen videos where you actually use spray bottles, but look, I have to actually run out and get a spray bottle specifically for tea dyeing and coffee dyeing, which I'm not going to, because again, I feel like I'm trying to always look for alternatives, because or else I'll fill my cupboard with all sorts of craft stuff and it gets a bit too much sometimes. So trying to find an easy way of doing things. So what I might do now is just going to get my coffee bag. Okay, I'm back with my cup of tea. Well, hopefully you've got your cup of tea. Here, I actually want to show you this. I don't know if you can see my mug. Maybe I'm just trying to show you my mug. Hang on. I just don't really want to adjust. I'll show you at the end. But my mug has got patterns, and you know what? They were an inspiration for art. Yes, I am sidetracking. I've got my tea bag here. It says, "Be right back when I've reached full strength." I think I'm going to have a sip. That's nice tea. So let's see if this works as well as the coffee bag. Maybe it is. I'm thinking it's not as dark as coffee. You know, it just gives a light tinge to it. And maybe it's actually quite good too, because then it depends on what you're doing. You can control how the strength, or rather, how dark or how light you want your page to be. And I'm thinking, yes, definitely this has to dry for a bit. So is the cheapest way of doing it. Okay, and while waiting for that, I'm just gonna go ahead and cut out some hearts. So I've decided to draw with the cookie cutter, draw a heart on here, but I decided this one is not going to be a full heart, but I'm going to just offset it so that I can actually place it on the side like of a page like that. And so whereas this one, so they are going to be, as I said, different sizes. Just use a pen and just roughly trace it around that. If you don't have this, feel free to hand draw it. And I wanted to use even the book pattern and use that as the book here as part of my my image or my heart, because that's going to give extra interest. It's got words in there as well, and so that's what I was thinking. I might have to cut around here a little bit, and so I want to see the pen, but if you can't get it off, it won't be overly stressful. So I was thinking, that still needs to dry, but different shapes, and then we could even posca around it. So I'm just going to use that one that's a little bit smaller, or I can use the little hearts. I might cut out a couple more of these. So I have cut a few hearts of different shapes, different sizes, and I've placed it on here, and I actually quite like that. And I was just thinking what I might do down here is so I don't have a cookie cutter this small, but I do have that drawing of the pattern here. So I've cut it out, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a few little hearts about that size, and maybe I can scatter them around, and that may actually look quite nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So that was actually tedious cutting the hearts up, but I decided that I'll have 5 on here, and as you can see, some of them I have done only half, so it gives the impression that it's being cut off. And I think that's quite nice in the way it sits on the page, because you don't have full hearts. And some of them, these ones here, there was the edges which were ripped from the page anyway, and I didn't want them to be 100% perfect, because again, the style of my journal is uneven. It gives that impression, and so I was just trying just placing the hearts on here to see how it looks like. I'm actually quite happy with that, and I found this from the magazine, and it says a few of my favorite things, which I think goes well with this page. So I think I'm quite happy with that, and I'm just looking at the tea dye. I think it looks okay. What do you think? I mean, it's dried, so it seems fine compared to the other one here. I think this looks a little bit darker. Can you see that one? So I guess it depends on what project you're doing, what you are trying to create. The tea bag might be better for you. So I think I'm going to go ahead and actually glue that on and see what else we can do with that. So I've decided that I was going to put that there, so I'm just going to put that here. If I can remember, I think that was there, and these were here. I think these two were there. That and the little ones were there. I'm just seeing whether that was supposed to be like that. I think that was how it was. I'm quite happy with that. So I'm just going to go ahead and place that there. If you're not 100% happy, you can always remove them and just start again. But if it rips the paper, and if you feel like you can't, actually I don't know. See, as I was talking, I'm thinking maybe this was underneath, because then I can see the word, or partly see the word quilt. Don't know how this is gonna go, because might be okay. So I'm gonna put that one there, and I don't know if that was how it was. I can't even remember. I should have taken a photo of it or something. Has this happened to you before? Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and just do the middle one. Oops. I should have taken a photo of it, and then I'm gonna just offset that a little bit. And that one's gonna stay there. Because, I'm thinking about something else and I forgot how it's supposed to be. Has that happened to you before? While I'm talking and I forgot the layout. I should have done them maybe one at a time. Okay, I think that's fine. I'm going to do the little hearts, and I think that one's set there. Okay, so as you can see, there's a lot that you can actually use to put in your journal with just one magazine. I'm gonna put this one just so I'm thinking, should I put it there or there? Actually, I might leave that one there, and let's see, because I might add a few more things to the page. I think that's nice there. And the mystery, what did I do for this one? Maybe it was the other way around. And see, I'm gonna remove that, which is, it's fine. We just might re-glue that. definitely didn't overlap. No, I don't know if I actually like that. Maybe it was supposed to be closer here. Because I would like to see the homespun partly visible. Maybe it was like that, but I don't think it overlapped. Maybe it was like that. I think that's better. Okay, I'm just going to round this a little bit. And I think if I put that like that, so I can still see a little bit of that homespun, which is really what I wanted. So sorry about that, everyone. This is what happens, as I said, when you do live. And that will just go up. There, I think I'm happy with that. I'm definitely thinking I should add a little bit more. Now it could be Posca, certainly something, but I'm happy with the hearts because it gives a really nice earthy look to it, which is what I wanted to achieve. Let me see what else I can see in the magazine. Alright, there's a couple of things I decided to do with this page. Is I found this, so I'm going to put that there. And as I said, you know how I use inspiration from my journals. So can you see these flowers? I decided that I'm actually going to go to, so this is just done by using just a ballpoint pen. I might use a point. So this is just a normal. It's just a felt pen, just any black felt pen. But if you don't have that, ballpoint pen would be fine. I decided that I would actually draw a few flowers here, and then that will be it. So I might Posca the hearts a little bit, but let's see how we go. So let me glue this down first. I think I'm happy with that one. Now what I am going to do first is to draw. Is to draw some flowers. So with flowers, I like flowers that are squiggly and imperfect, because I used to draw flowers that are really straight and nice, and the problem with that is I'm a bit of a perfectionist and I didn't like it because I think that they weren't good. Then I saw these, actually it was my cushion covers that really inspired me, and they were absolutely imperfect. I mean, they were a bit scrappy, and so that's how I actually got into scrappy flowers. I find that I just can do a few marks and get the same effect as I did. Well, looks better, I think, because it's generally, I guess, because as I said, my journal tends to be a little bit scrappy anyway, and hides all my imperfections, and so that's why I decided to do these scrappy flowers. And as you can see, I'm just really just doodling lines, and somehow they look alright on the paper, and I'm happy with that. And I'm just gonna do here again, just assuming that some of the flowers are just hiding under there, and that's gonna be okay. So that's that one, and then I'm just going to I'm just thinking whether to doodle here. I might put the big flower here, and just drawing some petals which are just really squiggles. The best thing is to just try and see what see how you go, because before this I was really afraid of trying. Now I'm like, okay, you know what's the worst thing that can happen, right? You don't like it. Say if I didn't like this, and then I decided that, you know what, I'm just gonna throw it in the bin. That's what I used to do, but nowadays with collaging, what you can do obviously is to just put something over it, and that will be fine. So I think I'm gonna leave that one. I think that seems okay to me, and then I'm just going to draw a leaf here. And again, leaves are not perfect, really scrappy ones. I think these scrappy drawings have saved my life. Scrappy journals. There's them perfect ones, and I'm just gonna draw one here maybe. Flowers, and I think this will be enough, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do some marks around it like these. So we're gonna start from here. Not too close, just gives an appearance of like almost rain falling, but you'll see that it will just I don't know what it does to the page, but it just adds a really nice dimension to it. Okay, I think that should be fine on that side. And then I'm just going to go just a few down here. It's okay if it's less than perfect. You don't have to count the raindrops. You know, it's really freeing when you can do this and not worry about perfection. It's really saved my life, I think. And it's just relaxing, no rules. Love, no rules. That would be good. I might just put a little bit more black around that. I think that's fine. And I'm going to use white, maybe to put a few things on there. Just seeing if this is going to work. So what I was thinking of doing was to actually give these hearts a stitch look around, like that. Just to add a dimension. It's as if I've stitched the hearts on, you know. And the same for these other ones. So I'm just going to go, I think, just the top. Yeah. Again, it doesn't need to be perfect. I think that's my aim. We all live in an imperfect world anyway, and people with like me who's, you know, try to be perfectionist doesn't work. So see how, so I took inspiration from this little circle. It's got the stitch mark. I'm like, oh, might be good to do it around the hearts. And I'm always now, after junk journaling, always looking around for inspiration. And sometimes I may not use the inspiration at that particular time, but there'll be a time where I'm doing something which is totally perhaps irrelevant, and then it comes to me, oh yes, I remember, I think that will be good. So and I think this is what happens when you create art. It makes you quite intentional to take note of your world around you. I might be wrong, but it just helps you see things in a different light. For example, before junk journaling, I didn't care about these magazines. I mean, they are beautiful, but what do you use them for? But look at it. I love it now because it becomes part of my art and becomes part of me, really. And to be able to be resourceful and to look at things really, from to be able to turn it into something different, I think it's quite amazing. Yeah, see, around here there's the stitching as well, so that's what I was trying to create. But let me know what you think. I think I'm done. I think I'm happy with that, and that's why I love Posca pens. But yeah, it's when they bleed I am not happy. Anyway, this is episode 4. Thank you so much for coming and visiting. The video has gone way longer, but see you in episode 5. Bye.